Why are we getting it out here?
Excuse me.
Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Thank you.
So
Is that it?
it's been a great event. Then we didn't know whether we were going to have any sort of social component because that might not have occurred. But again, we were able to host two dinners and have an awful lot of fraternity and camaraderie. So thank you all for coming, and especially those that have come from other provinces and Seattle and had to travel here. We really appreciate your attendance. So, from my perspective, 2.4 fleet is just a fantastic fleet where disabled sailors and able-bodied sailors, men, male and female, all sail together. And as you can see from the results, it doesn't matter because everybody's mixed in, and we've got disabled people at the top of the fleet. We've got women at the top of the fleet, and what other sport can that have? It's really fantastic. So what we've got is first, second, and third for the open fleet. Then we've got first female, first disabled sailor, and first in Northern Numbers. So, in third place is
Eloise!
I'll be sure to wash that.
You don't wash, you sanitize.
Oh, sanitize. Okay. Oh, thank you. I can't see.
So, Outback has provided the dry bags, and there's some goodies in there, including some exotic 7/64 line for forestays and backstays. What's it called again? 7/64.
764 validator 12. What, you have it now? Miller approved.
So this is not the old validator 11 stuff. This is the validator 12.
Well, maybe we'll get a picture of Andrew. Yeah, we need that.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
In second place, and it was very hotly contested between first and second place, and that was sorted out on a tiebreaker, so that's how close things were, is Bob Britton.
All right, Bob!
And Bob's sailing a boat called David that was
David Bigsley.
He had, who was, I think, a good friend of all of us. So as you were finishing today, I was thinking of David and how proud he'd be of him sailing.
Yes, that's
Yeah, here.
I'm not much of a public speaker, but I do want to say just a couple little words here. I think what really makes the fleet great is the people in it, and I think that was really exemplified today. As you know, Bruce and I were pretty close in the regatta today, and we got to the first weather mark in the first heat today, and Brian's leading around the mark, and then Bruce goes around, and I round, and I go, where are those idiots going? They're going way too high, and I threw a quick jibe in. I'm heading down the mark. I'm like, I'm going to get these guys. I've got them. And, Bruce didn't have to say anything, but I just hear a Bob, and I go, oh, God, right around. But I think that's an example of the sportsmanship in the class, and I think that's what's going to bring people into the class. So, well done. Thank you, Bruce.
All right.
So, first place overall, first handicapped sailor,
Right.
and also first in the North.
Thank you. And he's over there with Canada.
All right, Bruce.
back.
It's not handicapped, it's disabled. I wasn't going to say anything.
Let's
Huh?
First on everything.
Slow you down.
Yeah.
But he was tied. He was having a little tiebreaker.
Take more than that.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Now, just
Sure.
What was the third one for? So what's the soundtrack?
What's that? Oh, it's all like summertime music. All mixed in a party mix. It's great, like reggae and shit.
Some dry bags.
What was the third?
our national
Well,
trophy,
first disabled.
I don't know, travel injury.
First overall. First north.
Crazy glue.
3. One design.
Yeah.
Well, originally I had something to do with the design of this trophy, and we didn't quite think about shipping it around.
And Bruce's name is on this trophy multiple times.
Just going back to try and figure out, I think it was 2005.
15 is the last time you won it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's usually. First of all, let me start again. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for Randy for being the man in charge of this regatta and helping us keep organized. We had regular meetings via Zoom, and so that we would keep on track. As Randy said, it's been a bit challenging in COVID times to figure everything out. You always have to have these contingency plans. What if this happens? What if that happens? And right to the last minute. And, you know, once we approached it that way, it was actually pretty simple because we said, you know, we could bail at any time based on what the conditions were. And as it turned out, you know, things were well enough that here we are today, which is fantastic. I'd like to thank the race committee for doing a great job because...
Yeah.
Thank you.
The race committee and the helpers on the dock and all those people stand up just so you can see the number of people.
Stand up, you guys. Stand up. There you go.
And I made a howling come.
From my understanding, this was also an opportunity for the race committee to get back into it because with regattas not happening in these days is that you know, race committees aren't doing. I know
Good job.
judges, things like that. They all need these scores to just keep their certifications going. So we're happy to provide those and happy to have you here helping us. And hats off to the ladies today because they hauled the anchor more times.
I was thinking that you were blind.
You make it look easy, so that's good. Our out-of-town people, thank you very much for coming. You know, Brian and Peter from Ontario, and Peter had the luxury of flying, but Brian and the other Peter had the luxury of driving across this wonderful country, bringing boats, so that's great. Thank you, all three of you, for coming from there.
And Joe.
Our Saskatchewan group, coming from Saskatchewan. Jeff,
Oh, yeah.
token American. I was the token Canadian last winter in the Can-Am series, so you're the token American in this one. Thank you. I think, you know, this is an effort by all, and I think it turned out just fine. You know, we'll have to plan in another 7 or 8 years to do it again, but in the meantime, as I said the other night at dinner, you know, we've got a world championship in Tampa, Florida happening next year, not this year, but next year. So I think we can be proud to all train for that and get ready. I think the results out on the race course shows how tight the boats are sailing, and it's fantastic to see everyone competing at a high level. I think as soon as we show up at those worlds, you know, this fleet here, especially is going to show them what we've been doing this whole time with the results. So I think that's great. And, you know, for those of you who broke equipment and had breakdowns and everything, you know, Stacy, your boat's under warranty, so I'll fix it next time. But you know, it was great that everyone chipped in, and you know, with Peter having the mast broken, and we got borrowed Louise's mast to put in Peter's boat to keep him going and everything. So hats off to everyone that helped out. So.
I really want to second that. Thank you very, very much to everybody that helped me, because you know, it would have been really upsetting not to be able to continue to sail. It was just a terrific effort. Thanks very, very much.
Yeah, that's what makes this fleet so great. It's not just our practice, but how we come together and treat each other well and have fun sailing. So I think that's about all I have to say. So
One last thing is I'd like to thank the organizing committee, because there was a lot of people that were involved right from last fall and got things going. So if I could have all of the people who were involved in the organization and the event come up here. Yes.
yeah, so we'd like to have a group photo if we can get everyone together. Have we?
He wants the organizing committee here.
It's going to be against the sun.
Everyone had a
over here
role
because
to
you were in
play.
it too.
Yep.
That way it's going to be bad. It's against the sun.
No, we're not going to do it.
Not doing pictures. They're just wanting to come up.
We'll all be there for a group photo.
So,
This is our,
This is just an acknowledgement.
No, we'll see if this is enough.
Thank you so much for all of your help.
All right.
Cheers.